Hello dear students, this is Mr. Hitesh Patel, Assistant Professor LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. In this video series, we will discuss a subject basic mechanical engineering. Today in this video session, we will discuss about the basic of pumps. Okay. So in this video session, we will discuss about what is the function of the pump, which terminology used in pump and the single acting reciprocating pump. So let's start. So first of all, what is pump? So we all know that with the help of pump, we can transfer liquid from one place to another place. So pump is a mechanical device which conveys liquid from one place to another place. Okay. It is a hydraulic machine which converts the mechanical energy into hydraulic energy. So the pumps are mainly classified into three categories. The first is positive displacement pump, second is rotodynamic pump, and third is other pump. So positive displacement pumps are classified into two categories. First is reciprocating pump and second is rotary pump. Reciprocating pumps are further classified into three categories: piston pump, plunger pump, and bucket pump. Okay. Uh, Next are rotodynamics pumps. So rotodynamics pumps are classified into three categories. First is centrifugal pump, second is axial flow pump or mixed flow pump, and third one is propeller pump. Centrifugal pumps are further classified into two categories. First is single stage and second is multi-stage. Okay. And in other, the jet pumps and airlift pumps are there. So first of all, what is positive displacement pump? So in this type of pump, definite quantity of the liquid is discharged or displaced due to positive or real displacement of the working element. For example, piston. So piston is the mechanical working element inside the pump, and with the positive movement of that piston, we can generate the liquid or we can transfer the liquid from one place to another place. So piston pump is positive displacement pump. For example, gear pump. In gear pump there are two gears. One gear is rotated, another gear is rotated because both the gear are in mesh with each other. When driving gear is rotated, the driven gear is rotated, and due to the positive movement of the mechanical element, there is transfer of power or transfer of liquid takes place. Okay. So these rotary pumps are also known as positive displacement pump. The next pumps are rotodynamic pump. So in rotodynamic pump, definite quantity of the liquid is discharged or displaced due to rise in pressure energy of the liquid by dynamic action of the rotating element, which is known as impeller. Okay, with the help of impeller, we can convey the liquid from one place to another place. So such type of pumps are known as rotodynamic pump. And in the other pump, we are not using the positive displacement method or rotodynamic method, that the pumps are other pumps. Okay. So let's start the terminology which used in the pump. The first one is head. We know that the pump up to which height the liquid will deliver, that height is known as the head of the pump. So head is the different form of energy in case of pump are expressed in terms of height. That height is known as head of pump. Second is suction head. So what is suction head? So from center line of the pump to the place from which the liquid needs to be sucked inside the pump, that vertical height is known as suction head. So it is the vertical height from the center line of the pump shaft above the surface of the liquid, or it is the energy required to lift the liquid from the sump. The third one is discharge head or delivery head. So it is the vertical height from the center line of the pump to the place where liquid needs to be discharged, or to the lift the liquid to from the pump to the end of the delivery pipe. That vertical height is known as delivery head. Next one is velocity head. So in delivery pipe, after the delivery of water, the water has certain amount of kinetic energy. So kinetic energy carried away by the liquid at the end of delivery pipe, that is known as velocity head, and velocity head hv is equal to v square by 2g. Static head. So static head is the sum of suction head hs plus delivery head hd. Next is manometric head. So in design of the pump, in normally we are not considering the friction generated inside the pipes, but in actual condition there is a friction generated, because the friction is generated between the water molecules, the friction is generated between the outside of the water, outside molecules of the water, and the inside diameter of the pipe materials. Okay, and whenever the pipe takes turn, at that time there is a shock losses generated. So all these losses we must consider for designing the pump. So after considering all the losses, the final head which developed by the pump, that is known as manometric head. So it is the total head requirement to the developed by the pump, that is known as manometric head. And in manometric head hm is equal to, it is the sum of suction head plus delivery head plus velocity head plus friction loss in suction pipe plus friction loss in delivery pipe plus friction loss in pump. All the friction will be considered while designing manometric head of the pump. Next is water power. So water power means how much amount of power required by water to generate the manometric head. So water power is defined as the power required by pump to handle liquid for generating manometric head or for developing manometric head, that is known as water power. The next is shaft power. So in shaft power, we are supplying the power to the shaft of the pump with the help of prime mover or electric motor. So power input to the shaft of the pump by electric motor, that is known as shaft power. The next is efficiency of the pump. We know that efficiency is equal to output divided by input. So output is water power, input is shaft power. So efficiency of the pump is the ratio of water power to the shaft power. Okay. So this is all the terminology of the pump. If you have any query in this terminology, then you can write down your comments in the comment section, and I am surely give the answer of your queries. The next is single acting reciprocating pump. Okay. So in single acting reciprocating pump, from the name we can easily understand that the single acting means on the side of the piston, only one side of the piston is covered with the liquid. Okay. So that is single acting. If both side of the piston is covered with the liquid, then it is double acting. So here the pump is single acting. So only one side of the piston covered with water. The pump is reciprocating pump. That means the piston will reciprocate inside the cylinder. In this figure you can see that there is a suction pipe with suction valve is fitted, delivery pipe with delivery valve is fitted, piston is there, cylinder, connecting rod, crank and discharge tank is installed. Okay. So we will discuss the function of each and every component of single acting reciprocating pump. So the first function of suction pipe. So the suction pipe is deliver liquid sucked by the pump from the sump to the cylinder. Okay, that is the function of suction pipe. Suction valve. So suction valve and delivery valve both are non-return valve, which are used to prevent the backflow of the liquid. Means if the liquid crosses the suction valve, then it will not able to return further inside the sump. Okay. Again, the if the liquid crosses the delivery valve, then it will not able to come further inside the cylinder. Okay. So it is one type of non-return valve which are operated according to difference in pressure generated inside the cylinder. When negative pressure is generated, at that time suction valve will open and delivery valve will close. When positive pressure is generated, at that time suction valve will be closed, delivery valve will be open. Okay. So let's start the operation of single acting reciprocating pump. Okay. So In operation of single acting reciprocating pump, the suction pipe with suction valve, delivery pipe with delivery valve, piston, cylinder, connecting rod and crank is used. The function of the cylinder is to provide temporary accommodation of water inside it. The function of the piston is to reciprocate inside the cylinder, and conversion of rotary motion of the prime mover into reciprocating is done with the help of connecting rod and crank. Discharge tank is used to store the liquid. Delivery pipe is used to deliver the liquid pumped by the pump. Okay. So these all are the components fitted in single acting reciprocating pump. There are two stroke, one is forward stroke and second is reverse stroke. During forward stroke, the crank travels from 0 to 180. When the crank travels from 0 to 180, the piston will travel from left to right. As the piston travels from left to right, negative pressure is generated on left side of the piston inside the cylinder, and due to that negative pressure, the suction valve will be open, delivery valve will be closed, and suction of liquid takes place from the sump to the cylinder through suction pipe. Okay. So at the end of forward stroke, the piston is at the another end of the cylinder, and whole cylinder is completely filled with the liquid or water. Okay. Next stroke is reverse stroke. During reverse stroke, the crank travels from 180 to 0. At that time, the piston will travel from right to left. Okay. Due to that, the positive pressure is generated inside the cylinder, and due to that positive pressure, the suction valve will remain closed and delivery valve will remain open, and discharge of liquid takes place to the discharged tank through delivery pipe. In this type of pump, suction valve and delivery valve both are non-return valve, which are operated according to difference in pressure, and with the help of this type of pump, we are not able to get continuous supply of the liquid. We will get only intermittent flow of the liquid, because only in two stroke, only one stroke deliver the liquid. So during one stroke only suction of the liquid takes place, and during another stroke only discharge of the liquid takes place. So the flow is not continuous in this type of pump. So this is all about the single acting reciprocating pump. If you have any queries regarding this, then you can write down your comment in the comment section. Thank you for watching my video.